Liam Doyle has struck out 10 or more batters in a single game 8 times this season. 14 came against his former team in the Ole Miss Rebels, though his sweetest win might have come from the one he saved and helped send Tennessee back to its fifth straight Super Regionals.
I'd trust a guy with anything you could come up with, but I also care about him.
Words that have action behind them. As Tony Vitello leaped into his ace pitcher's arms after Tennessee punched at tickets to their fifth straight Super Regionals,
I had fun doing it. I love him.
it was a moment and a reality that helped validate Liam Doyle's decision to wear the orange and white.
No, it was pretty awesome. Came here to play for that guy. Huge reason why I'm here still, and love him to death, and wouldn't want to play for any other coach. It's been a true treat this year to be under his presence.
Liam's a very unique character, and I'm blessed to have him in my life.
That moment on the field kind of gave us a peek behind the curtain into their relationship and why Liam Doyle wanted to come out of the bullpen to help give his team a chance to win when most could argue he had more to lose than gain in that moment.
That's all it was about. We wanted to win. We wanted to come to a spot that has won in the past and done great here. So I wanted the ball. I knew I could win for my team and put it all on the line out there tonight.
Earlier this week, he joined Elite Volunteer Company when he was named as a finalist to the Golden Spikes Award. And the last time, funny enough, that a pitcher did win this award was all the way back in 2021 when Arkansas's pitcher and Kevin Kopps won it. But certainly joining Elite Company and the season he's put together, you certainly think he's deserving of it.
He's the best pitcher in the country. There's no one else I'd rather have the ball.
That news comes after an impressive weekend or Knoxville Regional for Liam Doyle, the latest coming in a decisive Game 2 against the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, in which he saved after coming out of the bullpen in that seventh inning. It was also in that outing that he surpassed Luke Hochaver for the most single-season strikeouts. He now has, or the record is now 158, surpassing Hochaver's 154. Just a continuation of his impressive season that he's been able to put together.
Arm felt good enough yesterday. Arm felt great today, and just going out there and giving my team a chance to win. And really, Coach had the trust in me to go out there and close the game for us tonight.
And maybe even to add a little context into how impressive 158 strikeouts really are, he leads the country despite not even tossing the most innings. Most impressively is what he did in the Knoxville Regional, of course, starting against Miami of Ohio, where he went an impressive 6.1 innings. 2 days later, he's trotting out of the bullpen in that decisive Game 2 against the Deacs. And those 2.1 innings, those 2 1/3 innings, was quite dominant. And of course, it ends with him throwing his glove up in the air and, throwing up the heart hand to all Vol fans and really highlighting just how much that moment and that opportunity really meant to the transfer pitcher.
I knew I was very prepared for the moment. I feel like I've gone through a ring now in the SEC, being there for 2 years, took in a lot of information last year, my first year, had some up and downs, and knew after all the build-up after this year, I'd be ready for what was my task. And
the fight that Tennessee played with in that Monday match against Wake Forest is a type of fight that maybe looked a little dormant throughout the season, maybe to the untrained eye, but it was undeniable in that Monday game against Wake Forest, where there was so much poise at the plate, there was so much growth that you could see on defense, and then the second Liam Doyle left the bullpen to enter the game, it was like the team had found its magic again.
That every day is just such an amazing experience to be here, and so blessed to be here. So, not ready to go home yet.
Liam Doyle has been such a constant for this team, not only in his efforts, but in his production and what he's been able to provide the team that maybe at best has had some ups and downs this season. And I think when you have somebody like that on your team that is consistent not only in their preparation, but in their results, I think that can only provide confidence for a team that maybe was lacking a little bit of that throughout the season, as Vitello really emphasized that point through the latter half of SEC play. But when you have somebody like that, you're always going to be able to find, your confidence. And that's a point that Andrew Fisher, his roommate, not only at Ole Miss, but here at Tennessee, really reinforced after the game. And I'm sure it's a sentiment the whole team could really echo.
I respect him more than I can describe with words. He like I said, he works really hard, and obviously you guys can see the results out there on the field.
Make sure you subscribe to stay locked in for all of the post-game conversations and where this team is growing the most Friday afternoon.